Good morning, students. Today we are going to start the next part of this chapter. We have completed 6 phylum, that is up to Annelida, and today we are going to start next phylum, Arthropoda. In Arthropoda, they are the largest phylum. These are the largest phylum in the kingdom Animalia. Characteristic features of phylum Arthropoda, that is the habitat. They are omnipresent. They are present everywhere, in the ice, on the rocks, in our houses, in marshy places, in moist places, swamp places, everywhere. Forms: they are solitary, means single living, or colonial, in the form of colony, that means living together with so many organisms as they are. Most of them are free living, means they are not dependent. Mostly they are independent. Barnacles are sedentary. Barnacles, which are the only arthropods which are sedentary. Few are parasitic and sangivorous. Few are parasitic. Parasitic, that means depend on the food for the another organism. And sangivorous, that means which absorb the mammalian blood, which sucks mammalian blood. That are the parasitic one. That is the female mosquito and the bedbug. Body symmetry: body is bilateral symmetrical, divided into right and left part. Germ layers are triploblastic. 3 germ layers are present: endoderm, mesoderm, ectoderm. Arthropods are coelomates, showing true coelom, means body cavity. Body plan: they are showing the tube within tube body plan, means digestive system is complete with mouth and anus and shows separation from the outer covering of the body. They show organ system level of organization. Very well developed organ system is there in their body, especially in the cockroach we can say. Special features: they shows jointed appendages. That means they are known as arthropods. Arthros means joints, pods means arms, legs. So they are show appendages which are jointed. Some insects like honeybee, ants, termites exhibit polymorphism. Polymorphism, that means they are showing the different morphology of different organism. Like in honeybee, there are worker bees, there are male bees, soldier bees, and female queen is also there. So that is polymorphism. Like ants, termites, it is same. Exoskeleton: body is covered by a tough non-living chitinous exoskeleton. Body is covered by a tough non-living chitinous, chitin, which is one of the complex carbohydrates present in the animals. That's why they are seen a kind of shiny surface. As the exoskeleton does not allow body growth, arthropods shed off their exoskeleton periodically during growth. That exoskeleton, which is made up of chitin, which is same found in the kingdom fungi, but there is horizontal growth in fungi, that's why there is no problem. But problem arises in the growth of the animal when the body is made up of body's outer covering exoskeleton made up of chitin. So arthropods shed their exoskeleton and periodically during the growth. So this process is called as a molting or acidosis. Body division: divided into head, thorax, and abdomen, complete body parts which are seen. Segmentation: body shows metameric segmentation. Metameric, that means complete horizontal segmentation of the body. Digestion system: that are the part which are present in the metameric, that we have seen in kingdom phylum Annelida also. Digestive system is complete, divided into foregut, midgut, hindgut. Hindgut means towards the anus, foregut, that is the mouth, and midgut, that is the digestive part. Circulation: circulatory system is open type, where the blood flows through the body cavity, called the hemosol. And open types, that means there is no separation of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood, unlike humans. Excretion takes place by green glands, Malpighian tubules, or coxal glands. These are the glands which are actually removes waste material from the blood, that is coelomic fluid we can say, and excrete it out. Nervous system, where it consists of nerve rings, double, double nerve rings that are ventral side. Ganglionated nerve cord is present. Nerve cord, which is the main important part of the nervous system of the cockroach, and where uh, ganglions, a kind of junctions, which are also present on that nerve cord. So these junctions are also itself work as a spinal cord. So there is no brain in cockroaches. That's why they can take they can give quick reaction or quick action to the stimulus. Sexual reproduction. Sense organs. Arthropods have well developed sense organs in the form of antennae, simple or compound eye, and various receptors. So simple eye like us, or compound eye like cockroaches, or special example is crab. So compound eyes which are made up of many lens, more than one lens, and which are movable. Sexual reproduction. Sexes are generally separate in arthropods with distinct sexual dimorphism. Animals are mostly oviparous. Oviparous, that means they are egg laying, except scorpion, who is not laying egg. Fertilization is generally internal. That means male leaves its male gametes, that are the sperms, into the female's body. Development is direct or indirect. That I have explained in our last lecture video, how the direct development and indirect development. So direct development, that means directly the adult structure body is coming out from the egg, that is direct development. Indirect development, that means which shows larva pupa stages, that is the metamorphosis. That means we cannot find out the adult animal and the larva animal is the same organism, that we cannot find out. That is the metamorphism. In some arthropods like honeybees, bugs, etc., the offsprings are produced by parthenogenesis. Parthenogenesis, that means they are able to lay eggs without fertilization. Means female keeps laying eggs, and from that eggs only female organism can be found, female animal is formed. And if fertilization takes place, means there is male animal is formed. So without fertilization, female keeps laying eggs, and that eggs are gives rise to female animal. Beneficial arthropods, that is not in our syllabus, and even if it is there, it is omitted. Some insects which exhibit polymorphism like honeybees and termites, arthropods which are economically important, like apis in honeybees for their honey and wax, and also the lac, that is lac in Marathi Hindi, that which is generally used in the school colleges as a gum, which is perfect gum, which is a fixed gum. So lac is produced by the Laccifer lacca, the lac insect. Lobster, prawn, crabs are edible silkworms. Are edible silkworms. Are edible uh, organisms, which shows more value. Some arthropods are harmful also, act as vectors which spread various diseases. King crab is a living fossil, where the lemmus, that is king crab, is a living fossil. And other example, cockroach, Periplaneta. Butterfly, scorpion, that is Hortensia. And Archispirostreptus. Prawn, that is Amory and Millipede. There is example that we have to find out why phylum Arthropoda is considered as most successful phylum, because phylum Arthropoda is the largest phylum, where the includes the various forms like lobster, prawn, crab, insect, millipede, locust, honeybees. So they are omnipresent. They can present everywhere. They have that ability to adjust with the environment. So they are showing so many adaptations according to their habitats. Also, the exoskeleton of arthropod is made up of chitin. So they are leaving that chitin. So they can that is a great defense against the predator also, and against the environment. They possesses jointed appendages which allows the complex movements also. means they can move in any direction. Exhibit molting means they are shedding their chitinous exoskeleton. Have metametrically segmented body which helping the movement around the diverse environments. Any kind of movement they can show. Here is the comparison between the Platyhelminthes, Aschelminthes, Andrida and Arthropoda that I am going to share with this lecture. Next phylum, there is phylum Mollusca. In phylum Mollusca, the characteristic features of phylum Mollusca: habitat. They are aquatic or seen in marshy places. Few of them are terrestrial. Mollusks are either free living or sedentary. That all words that we have done earlier, I am not going to explain each and every time. Soft bodied and shows the tube within tube body plan. Their body is soft, that's why they are termed as mollusks. Body symmetry, they are show bilateral symmetry, that means right and left, but few which are twisted because of the torsion, they are twisted like snail. Body division, body consists of head, foot and visceral mass. Visceral mass, that is their body, when which is enclosed in a thick muscular fold of body wall which is called the mantle. So mantle is a covering. That mantle is secretes a hard calcareous shell that we can just found on the snail and so many mollusks which are showing the shells like paila, shimprea we can say, seep in Hindi. So that calcareous shell which is made up of which is secreted by the mantle and muscular foot which is present ventrally. Digestive system. Digestive system is well developed and complete with anterior mouth and posterior anus. So buccal cavity which has a rasping organ called radula which helps in the feeding, which is provided by the transverse row of teeth. Digestive system is which is well developed mouth and posterior anus which is present. Buccal cavity, that is mouth cavity, in which rasping organ, that is the radula, which is present, which is actually coming out and which getting foods inside the mouth like a hand, like a fingers, that we put food material morsel of a food in our mouth by using our fingers. That finger like structure which is present in the mouth of these phylum Mollusca. Respiration. In aquatic form, numerous feather like gills called ctenidia which are help in aquatic respiration. However, the terrestrial forms may show the presence of lungs. Circulatory system, that is open type except in sepia where it is closed type, and blood contains copper containing the blue colored respiratory pigment called hemocyanin. In our body, hemoglobin, which is a globular protein which contains ions. In their bodies, especially in mollusks, hemocyanin, where the protein which is containing the copper. Excretion. Kidney like structures called the organ of Bonjanus which is present. Nervous system which is same functions as a kidney. Nervous system and sense organs. Nervous system has the 3 pairs of ganglia. All these ganglia are interconnected by commissures and connectives. Sense organs such as eye for vision, tentacles or tactile sensation. Tentacles for tactile sensation, that means for the touch sensation. Osphardia for testing the purity of water is present. That's why these are the presence of mollusk is also one of the indicator of absence of mollusk is one of the indicator of pollution. Phyla, that is apple snail. Spicula, that is bivalve, Shimprea, seep. Octopus, devilfish, that we know. Sepia, cuttlefish. Chetopleura, that is chiton, which grows on the rocks of the ocean in the coastal region. Pinctada, that is a pearl oyster. Logio, that is squid. Aplysia, that is sea hare. Dentalium, that is tusk shell. The dentalium is a cowrie that generally used for playing that old games and which is also made a garland for the sadhus. Economic importance, that is pearl oyster gives the precious pearl. Many mollusks are edible. Shells of mollusks are rich source of calcium. These are the examples. I am even going to share with one of the picture of sepia, because we have seen spicula, that is the Shimprea, sheep, Chetophora, and Pila, octopus that we all know, and the sepia, which is Makal in coastal region language, Konkani language, which is termed as Makal, and soda in Mumbai, which is edible and white in color. I'm going to share one of the picture of sepia, which I found on the Rajapur coast. Phylum Echinodermata, next phylum, where the ichus, that means which shows the spines, and derma means skins. So spiny skin, spines are present on the body. Characteristic feature of the phylum Echinodermata, these are the exclusively marine forms. Members of these phylums are solitary, separate, sedentary at the place, or living, free living, and gregarious. Gregarious, that means free living, and gregarious, that means we can found it in the any place. Body symmetry, animals are radially symmetrical with the pentamerous symmetry. That means they are a pentamerous symmetry, means a radial symmetry or pentamerous symmetry. Pentamerous means it can be divided into 5 parts, that is pentamerous symmetry. Shape, the members of echinodermal are spherical, elongated, or star shaped. Endoskeleton, made up of calcareous elongate spines which are found on the body, known as echinoderms. Known as echinoderms. That is because of that exoskeleton. The body has 2 sides, oral, aboral, and lacks of definite divisions. Oral means at the mouth part, mouth side we can say, and aboral, there is the lack, and there is no specific division. Mouth is ventrally present on oral surface and anus on the aboral surface, opposite side. Water vascular system means there is no circulatory system in their body, we can say, but water is actually flows inside their body. So a peculiar character of the echinoderms. Madreporite is opening of water. These are the pores which are present on the body. They are the part of the water vascular system. So water enters by the madreporite, and water vascular system is useful in locomotion, food capturing, and respiration. For everything, this water vascular system is useful. Digestion. Digestive system is complete, means mouth and anus is present. Respiration by the peristomial gills, papillae, respiratory tree, that means a kind of alveoli which are present in our body, are used for the respiration. Circulatory and excretory systems which are absent. Nervous system, which is simple nerve ring around the mouth and radial nerves in the arm. Reproduction and development. Sexes are separate, means male and female are separate. Sometimes they are hermaphrodite, that means bisexual. Fertilization is external, means both male and female male leaves his sperms and female lays eggs in the water. Development is indirect, that means larval stages are there. They show high power of regeneration, as we have seen in the earlier standard, that starfish which shows a breaking part, and from any arm complete starfish can be formed. These are the examples. For example, sea lily, Antedon, sea star, Asterias, sea cucumber, Cucumaria, brittle star, that is Ophiothrix, and sea urchin, Echinus or Echinus. Last phylum, that is phylum Hemichordata. Characteristic feature of phylum Hemichordata. Habitat. Hemichordates are exclusively marine animals, usually living at the bottom of the sea in burrows. Why they are called as Hemichordata? Because they are showing half cord, half rod in their body. So these are mostly free living, but animals like Rhabdomyoptera are sedentary. Body shape and division. Body is soft, vermiform, worm-like body, elongated, segmented, and divided into 3 parts: proboscis, collar, and trunk. So proboscis which is a kind of head-like part, collar, which is middle neck-like part, and trunk, that is the body part. Digestive system, alimentary canal is absent or U shape. So buccal cavity gives rise to a rod-like buccal diverticulum. Rod-like buccal diverticulum means a kind of one of the column structure which is used as mouth. Respiration is brought about by numerous gills arranged in two longitudinal rows present in the pharyngeal region. Gills open by gill slits. So gills slits that we haven't studied, but that we are going to study in detail in Pisces. Gill slits, that gills are one of the kind of respiratory organ for aquatic animals and which are in the form of rows. That's why they are termed as gill slits. Circulatory system is simple and open type. Excretion, it takes place with the help of glomerulus. Glomerulus, which is one of the part of the nephron in human kidney. So we can say that we have studied in our 10th standard excretion, where the upper part of the nephron, that is glomerulus, or the anterior part of the nephron, that is glomerulus. So this glomerulus is present in hemichordata. Nervous system, that nervous tissues are embedded in the epidermis, that is on the outer side covering, dorsal as well as on the ventral side, means both the sides. Reproduction and development, sexes are separate, sometimes bisexual. Fertilization is external and development is indirect. Indirect, that means they are showing the different stages and they are free swimming. Hemichordata are considered as connecting link between the non-chordate and chordate because they are showing some characteristic feature of both. As the chordata, because they are showing the resemblance with the chordata, like a buccal diverticulum, which is considered as notochord, and now which is placed as separate phylum, that is under non-chordata. So it possesses certain characteristic of both chordate and non-chordate. Absence of notochord and worm-like body, these are the non-chordate features. Presence of nerve cord, pharyngeal gill slits, these are the characters like chordate. So that's why it is termed as hemi, means semi, that is hemichordata. So here we have finished all non-chordates. In the next lecture, we are going to start phylum chordata and we are going to finish that chapter over here. So you have to write assignment which is shared with this, and I'm going to share one of the picture of the mollusca, that is the sepia. We are going to share a picture of sepia on the course that I found. Thank you all of you.